You mean to say, sir, that you at least for your call, you're not exactly saying that all industries should return to a physical work setup. Does that also apply to the BPO sector? I mean, you have the industry calling on the FIRB to extend work from home arrangements for the industry, considering that they have adapted well enough to a work from home setup.
Well, with regard to the BPO, they have certain conditionalities that were imposed by the DOF because they do enjoy incentives. And for those companies, the workers must be working in a premise that is accredited, PESA accredited. But due to the COVID pandemic, the government was flexible enough to allow them to work from home. But now the situation has changed, and the government is encouraging them to go back. And we do encourage them to go back also. But the some of the constraints that they are facing is that the pulling out of their IT equipments may take some time, and some of the offices that they left vacant before needs to be cleaned up and make ready with all the necessary connections. So I've been hearing that, but definitely we do encourage them to go back to work in the workplace to enjoy all the benefits that have been extended by the incentives given for those operations like that.
Sir, we had the president of IBPAP yesterday as our guest, and he actually highlighted that there might be an issue with talent retention if that happens. People like to work from home, at least some people, and he also did mention there's a productivity benefit, in fact, from the hybrid setup. Does this extend to other industries as well, not just the IT BPM sector? And is the PCCI, conscient of this fact that some people might really just prefer to work from home, and that might cause
Possible job loss.
Yeah, job losses if they are pushed to go back to in-person work?
Yes, that's true. Even in my office, I have experienced that. Nowadays, it's not really work from home. During the 18 months that we had this number of times of quarantine, the private sectors have been able to adapt to a more resilient system, and it's not necessarily work from home, but really work from anywhere. No, and what had happened was that some people, because of the problems they encounter daily in Metro Manila, the traffic and everything, they decided to move outside of Metro Manila as long as there's internet for them to perform their work. I myself, I heard from my manager that a few of them decided that if we're going to pull them back, they might just look for jobs near their home. So there is that concern, honestly. But I think to give it more time and for both employees to adjust also. You should remember during the COVID-19 pandemic, during the quarantine, the employers and the employees were able to work out systems wherein it's a win-win. The workers gets to work from their home, and the employer still gets the number. But there are certain sectors that you cannot, like construction, services, and on-site services. So they have to be going back to work, no, for the company to maximize their output. So it's a question that I think give it some time. Anyway, it's still April 1. A lot of companies will try to readjust, no, and bring back their workers back to the working premise.